Okay, yes, hello nieces and nephews, it's I, your weird Uncle Rald, and today we are going to do a new kind of video. So, I guess this would be like a vlog, a little vloggy vlog. But, as you probably could tell by the title, this is my July Earth favorites. Hey Uncle Rald, what are Earth favorites? Thanks to me from the other camera angle, which is made to represent questions the audience might have before the audience can ask them. Yeah, no problem! So ever since I have been on Earth, I have been really enjoying the Earth culture. We had Earth culture back on my home planet, but it wasn't like this. This is completely immersive, completely different, and I love most of it. I love a lot of Earth culture that I have come across. I hit the light. So today we are going to be talking about my favorite earthly things I have found this month and things that I really particularly like this month. So here we go. Hey Uncle Rald, it's August! Thank you, Amir, from the other camera angle. These are my July favorites. I love Earth and there's culture. These are in no particular order. One particular difference between Earth and my home planet is you humans need to eat here. I'm not used to this sensation. Well, I am now since I've been in my host body for a couple of years, but I find food quite delicious. Quite the sensation. There's this new food I have discovered. It's a combination of a nut and a pastry. This food is the pistachio muffin. I love the taste of pistachios. They're very salty, but somehow they harnessed their sweetness to put into this pastry. It's also green, which is very interesting. I haven't seen a lot of Earth pastries that are green. So the pistachio must color it that way. It's very interesting. Pistachio muffin from all angles. Look at those sugar crystals. That's what makes it taste so good. Tastes so good. This seriously is probably the most delicious thing I have ever had. Like, it's better than Earth chocolate. It's better than... What else is really good? Deviled eggs? Oh, it's so good. It's delicious. I love it. I definitely recommend picking it up. I don't know if like it comes in a brand or anything. I just got it at my local Earth grocery store. I will very much enjoy this when I eat it. I'm not gonna eat it now. So next on our July earthly favorites, I have, it's not really a product, although I have a product to show. It's the show As Told by Ginger, which was on Nickelodeon. I think it aired in 2000. It aired for several years and was amazing. And it was about this girl, Ginger, who wrote in her diary every night and kind of went through the coming of age story of a girl in middle school. I think this is an amazing show, not only because the show is really, really good and the writing is really solid and tight, we'll get back to that later, but I think it's really important that this kind of representation is on TV, and I could speak from my host body's experience. When my host body was a little kid watching the show, I really identified with Ginger. I really identified with her character and her traits and her friends. My host body watched it when it was very, very young. So watching it now has a very different perspective that's interesting, because I watched it as a little kid and like unconditionally liked it because it was by Klasky Supo. I always mispronounce that. You know, the Rugrats people. They did Rugrats, Wild Thornberrys, a lot of other Nickelodeon shows, the Ronald McDonald cartoons. I watched it and liked it because I liked the style and I liked seeing a girl star in a cartoon. And on the flip side, watching it now after the supposed time frame of when I was supposed to identify with it. When my host body was in middle school, the show wasn't on the air anymore. They weren't really playing reruns. But watching it now is it's a whole new show. It has a whole new perspective because it's not from the standpoint of, oh, this is what it's going to be like when I get to this age, and rather reflecting on, I remember having these kinds of problems at that age. And the problems they show are really good at representing the plight of a girl in 7th grade who's not really cool, but not really dorky either. But they convey this through the writing, which I mentioned earlier is fantastic. Like, I've watched it in several times, like, you know, when you can guess the plot, like, some characters, like, oh, I'm having this problem, and another character's like, I'm having this problem, and you're like, oh, well, the plot is obviously going to meet in the middle, and I know how this episode's going to unfold. That is not the case with the show. I made several guesses of, oh, it's obviously going to end up like this, and I remember watching the show, and I remember certain lines from the show, but I don't remember the plots of the show because when you're a child, the plot is not something you're like interested in or focused on. And spoilers, I know it's hard to spoil a show from 2000, but spoilers. Here's an example of how I thought things would play out and how they played out differently. There's an episode where Ginger becomes lab partners with her crush Ian, and her friend Darren finds out that Ian is using Ginger to get an A to stay on the soccer team. Now, I thought that Darren was going to be like, oh, Ginger! Ian's using you for a good grade! And Ginger was going to be like, oh, Darren, you're just jealous! But it didn't play out like that. Darren told Ginger, and Ginger had an appropriate emotional reaction, and then she had an appropriate action reaction, which is really refreshing compared to a lot of other shows which would go with the obvious choice of, he's using you! You're jealous! Misunderstanding, misunderstanding. But, I did have a product I want to show you, like I mentioned earlier. Ginger is great. I love it. I love watching it. It's wonderful. Love the art style. Love the characters. It's great. But I got these stickers! What's funny about these stickers, they were produced in 2003, but I got them at a random Walgreens in like 2012. So I don't know if they were in the back or if they were just hanging out at this Walgreens until someone purchased them, but I love them. It comes with 3 sheets, which is very generous of them. But the one problem I have with these stickers, Ginger, 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 Ginger. Like, I know she's the main character of the show, but like, there's so much Ginger, and they put Miranda on there, which is like kind of weird. Like, I want a Darren sticker. I love Darren. Like, why can't he be on the stickers? I love them regardless. I love As Told by Ginger. Let's move on. Do you want to know what my ultimate... Well, I said they were in no particular order. This one's my ultimate, though. I really, really like this thing. Do you want to know what it is? Do you want to know what this favorite is? Well, let me give you a hint. We are the Crystal Gems. That's right, Steven Universe. Oh my stars. What a great show. I got all the plushes. What a great show. Again, it's a cartoon coming of age story. I did not plan that. Very different show though, very different tone. It's about these characters which are aliens, which I like because it's a beautiful representation of aliens, not the usual like scary representation of aliens where there's a lot of fear. They're here to help Earth and to save the day, and if you think they can't, they'll always find a way. That's in the theme song. I love this show. I love the fact that they're gems. Oh, they're all named after gems. Here's Garnet. Here's Amethyst. Here's Pearl. I love gem names because my host body's name is Emerald. And that also is a gem name. Now, there's a lot more to spoil with this show because it's a lot newer. And the new season just came out. The movie's coming out in the fall. I'm excited! I don't want to give away too much because I want you to go watch it. But I will give away a big spoiler of what some characters look like. So if you don't want a spoiler for Steven Universe, go to this time code. Ready for the spoiler, kids! So in Steven Universe, there are these higher beings, which are called the Diamonds. And they live on Homeworld, and they create all the other gems. So, I'm so excited to show you guys this. I got the Diamonds in plush form too. Here is Yellow Diamond. You kids better shut the fuck up or no McDonald's! I got Blue Diamond. I'm mildly disappointed. What is she mildly disappointed in? I think it's that her feet are down here, but I know they're supposed to like go up through the dress and like connect to the rest of her body, but they didn't do that other stuffed animal. I'm tired of these unrealistic body standards for women. Okay, and last but not least, and this is the major spoiler, so if you've been like kind of teasing it, like click out now. I love Pink Diamond. Pink Diamond is one of my favorite characters in anything ever. So Pink Diamond was Rose Quartz, and Rose Quartz was Steven's mom and turned into Steven. I'm explaining it very badly. They do it much better on the show through like 5 seasons. So like, I'm really botching it to give you this lowdown on why Pink Diamond is my favorite. Pink Diamond came to Earth because she was creating gems there, and then she realized the gems were destroying the life on Earth, and she wanted to protect it. And that is awesome. I am an Earth from another planet, so I really resonate with this idea that you can come to Earth and love it and protect it and love the things that that are on Earth. But yeah, that does it for my favorites. Pink Diamond, I think, is my most favorite. Even though I said they were in no particular order, there's an order. I love it. I love Steven Universe. Please watch it. Please comment below if you have seen it and love it. Comment your favorite gem, please. So thank you all. Oh, every time I like thank you guys, my glasses come flying off. Thank you all for watching my monthly favorites for July, even though it's August. So thank you all for watching. Gently put a like on this video. Don't smash the button or anything. We don't want to hurt it. Thank you for subscribing. My social media and PO box are below. Gotta go! Thanks!